All right, man, what a game in Germany we had this morning. The Colts improved to 8-2 after beating the Falcons in a overtime thriller. Very interesting game for Daniel Jones. Obviously, he's coming off a very bad game against the Steelers, but they find a way to get it done today. He did not look too hot at the beginning of the game, but they fight and battle back. And Daniel Jones, man, he made some really impressive throws in this game. He was kind of looking like Giants Danny Dimes there coming out the gate, I'm not going to lie, but credit to him. He does get it together when it matters the most. Tyler Warren, man, hell of a game. Damn near 100 yards. Looked really solid out there. Drake London, a big game for the Falcons. And man, if you are a Falcons fan, you got to feel a certain way. You've seen your team play good against good teams, and you've seen them play really bad against bad teams. And this was one of those that just slipped away. You had it. You get the ball in overtime. You're not able to score. You give it back to Jonathan Taylor and the Colts, and they put you against the wall and end the game. Jonathan Taylor is absolutely out of his mind. 32 carries for 244 yards. What we are seeing is not normal. He had an 83-yard rush in this game. It's a little bit concerning if you're the Colts to have a 244-yard rushing game from JT and only winning by a touchdown in overtime. It took a lot to get the win, but it's the NFL, so I'm not going to hold that against them. It takes a lot to win in this league. But yeah, definitely a little bit scary there seeing Danny Dimes turn the clock back to Giants Daniel Jones. And look, man, he got sacked 7 times, so it is a little bit hard to play that way, but throws a really bad pick, flushes it out his system, made some really good throws on that last drive to get them in field goal range. And forget the field goal, they give it to JT and he runs it in to end the game, and the Colts are 8-2. Obviously, with the Falcons being 3-6, this pretty much means their season is over in terms of just making the playoffs and whatnot. Michael Penix has been struggling. I think that you have to get more out of him if you are the Falcons. It has not looked good this year, and I definitely think that they're questioning if he is the guy. And when you trade up to get a guy in the first round and it looks like this, it's not what you envision. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kirk Cousins come back in for the Falcons. I mean, they have to figure something out, right? They have to figure something out to bring into the offseason or next year, because this year is pretty much chalked. I mean, you're not really playing for anything now. Drake London is an absolute stud, so I do hope that they figure it out at QB, because I don't know if Penix is the guy, man, from what I've seen lately. Colts absolutely dominated time of possession, 40 minutes to 26 minutes. 519 yards of offense for the Colts compared to the Falcons' 290. And the Atlanta Falcons, man, 0 for 8 on third down in this game. That is not going to win you a ball game anytime, anywhere. The fact that you made it to overtime playing like that, I think says more about the Colts. I mean, this was not their best game, but like I said, you got to find a way to win sometimes. It's not going to be pretty every time. How about Sauce getting absolutely cooked, man? I'm watching that play, and in my head, immediately in real time, I'm thinking 2 first-round picks for that. Obviously, I made a video on that. I thought that that was a massive reach. I think 2 first rounds is a lot, and he gets put on all fours by Drake London. Not the best look, but they do get the dub, so that is all that matters in this league. Props to the Colts, man. Texans-Jags game. The Jags absolutely choke, and Davis Mills and the Texans come through clutch. Wow, what a game. T-Law, you guys know what I think about T-Law. I think he's a fraud. I do think that this Jags team is a fraud. I do not think that they are a threat to anybody, especially not any other top teams in the NFL. 167 yards for the Texans in the fourth quarter alone. Davis Mills and the gang just kept chipping at it, and the Jags should be embarrassed. This is a horrible loss for the Jaguars. I am sorry if you are a Jags fan. This is flat out awful. Trevor Lawrence, who is this guy? How long, how many excuses are we going to give him? I have a very strong opinion on T-Law, and it is that he is a fraud, man. He'll never live up to the hype coming out of college. He'll never live up to the name that he was supposed to. T-Law, 158 yards, 13 out of 23 completions, 1 touchdown and an interception. The Texans had 412 yards of total offense versus the Jaguars 213. Story of the game, third down efficiency. The Texans were efficient on third down and the Jags were not. If you're the Jags, man, I don't even know what you do at this point. I like the head coach hire. I mean, I like Liam Cohen. I think he's a good head coach. T-Law is not the guy, man. T-Law is not the guy. You paid him all this money. You're stuck with him. Oh my gosh, to be a Jags fan right now, man, it must be tough. Absolutely tough. That is a horrible loss. I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. I will admit I had the Texans plus 1.5. I completely gave up on the bet midway through the game, and unreal. Just one of the crazier games, one of the crazier bets I've won. I mean, wow, man. Shout out to T-Law and the fraudulent Jaguars. I mean, this is a problem. And if you're the Jaguars, like, what's the identity? What do you do well? I'm trying to be nice right now, but T-Law is horrible. Trevor Lawrence is awful, bro. I am genuinely, I'm stunned. I'm stunned right now. I genuinely cannot believe that they lost that game like that. I can't believe that. What a win for the Chicago Bears, man. And I'm not going to be too critical on them. I have been all year. Roma Dunze looked good today. They had about 400 yards of offense, can't complain. Caleb Williams didn't turn the ball over, so all good there. To barely beat the Giants, you need a miracle comeback at the end. Like, when is this gonna stop, man? Like, when are the Chicago dogs just walked in, oh my God. When are the Chicago Bears going to be a real team and close out games? And if you're the Giants, I think that's it. I think Dable's fired. You can't lose a game in that fashion because you just lost one in the same way, completely choked it off in the fourth quarter. I expect him to be fired. Maybe even today, I wouldn't be surprised, but definitely don't see him being there next season. Really, really tough loss for the Giants, and you know, good win for the Bears. It's just not that impressive. Like, and it's hard to win in the NFL, I know, but cannot say that you're ecstatic if you're a Bears fan at what you're seeing. It's taking a lot. It feels like these wins that should be relatively easy are really hard, and it is the NFL, like I keep saying, but man, I can't sit here and say that the Bears look great. They really do not. Caleb Williams, 220 yards, a touchdown. Swift looked good. No turnovers for the Bears, huge. Not that many penalties for the Bears, also very good for them. Giants, on the other hand, were penalized 10 times. That definitely does not help you win football games. And big one right here, the red zone. They convert 3 out of the 4 trips down in the red zone, 2 points. Huge for the Bears. That is something that they've been lacking in, and just overall finishing, man, finishing games, finishing drives. I think that's what the Bears been missing. Defense looked a lot better for the Bears, thank God. I mean, something had to give, and yeah, man, they get it done. Patriots and Bucks, this was a really good game. Patriots are for real now, and I admit, coming into this game, I didn't fully believe them. I think that this game, to me, proves that they are legit, a real deal team. Trayvon Henderson, I mean, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns off 14 carries. Amazing game. He finally comes out of his shell. They finally involve him in the game plan. Baker Mayfield looked a little shaky at first, but 273 yards, 3 touchdowns. He willed his team back in it, and at the end, it was not enough. Yeah, 6-3 now for the Bucks, man. They are it's a little bit weird of a team. They have been struggling the last couple games. I don't really know what's going on. I mean, the Patriots were pretty much in control, I feel like, this whole game, even though it was a close game. The Patriots were definitely in control. Abuka, 115 yards, 6 catches, a touchdown. Matt Collins, 106 yards. I mean, the Patriots are squeezing every single bit of talent out of their guys, and I think that's a mark of a good head coach, man. You know, coming into the season, the Patriots did not have the best, on paper, did not have the best weapons around Drake May. Drake May continues to look pretty good. Had a pick, but it's all right. 2 touchdowns, 270. Had really good had a couple good throws in this game. The Patriots are rolling 8-2, top of the AFC East. And that's huge with the Buffalo Bills losing today to the Dolphins, which we'll go ahead and get into. Just a really bad loss for the Bills. I don't think you can lose this game. I do expect Sean McDermott to be fired after this season. Obviously, I don't see him getting fired tonight. He will be fired after this season. Barring the only way he stays is if he wins a Super Bowl, and I don't really see that happening with this defense, man. Just when you think the defense gets it together, they let the Miami Dolphins score 30 points on their head, and they only scored 13. It's been like 1,500 days since the Bills last lost to the Dolphins, so absolutely not good for them. They only scored 13 points. They went into half with 0 points in this game. Absolutely embarrassing. Tua had 2 really bad picks, had 2 touchdowns. He did enough, but the story of the game was Devon Achane, man. 22 carries, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle looked amazing. The reports came out this morning that Jalen Waddle was offered to the Bills for a first-round pick for 2026, but the Bills only offered a first-round pick to the 2027 draft, which if I'm the Dolphins, I'm taking that, but you don't want to help a division rival out, so I get it. And he goes and makes them pay the price today, man. Great game from Jalen Waddle. 3 turnovers for the Bills, gonna be hard to win like that. 5 out of 15 on third down. They could not pick up first downs and move the chains. It was very hard for them. And just a really bad, sloppy Bills game, and it's been really up and down for them all year. I'm starting to question if this is still a Super Bowl contending team. I honestly don't know. Just a really bad overall loss for them, man. And the Baltimore Ravens take down JJ McCarthy, aka 9. Let's be real, man. 248 yards from McCarthy, 2 picks. He is awful in my opinion. I do not think that JJ McCarthy coming into the NFL, I do not think the Vikings should have picked him. I do not think they should have traded up to get him. I don't think he was a first-round talent, and I do not think that he is an NFL quarterback. Jalen Naylor, 124 yards, 5 catches, touchdown. Lamar Jackson did not have to do much in this game. He did provide 176 passing yards and a touchdown and did not turn the ball over, so props to him. And yeah, man, turnover story of this game. 3 turnovers for the Vikings and 0 for the Baltimore Ravens. And like I said, JJ McCarthy, 2 picks. One of them you could say that it was Justin Jefferson's fault, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't change my mind on JJ McCarthy. I do not think that he is a starting quarterback in the NFL. I think the Vikings blew it big time letting Sammy D walk. You see him balling out in Seattle. They're currently up 21-0, and it's not even the second quarter yet on the Cardinals as I make this video. So huge win for Baltimore. That is 3 straight now. They are rolling, trying to make the playoffs. Obviously, they know they have no room for error. They really cannot lose any more games. So to get this win under this much pressure against a good Vikings defense, I think that the Baltimore Ravens are sitting comfy at 4-5. Wasn't a crazy offensive game for the Baltimore Ravens. They came in and this was a handle the business type of win. They did not mess around. They did not turn the ball over. They handed the ball to Derrick Henry 20 times. I love the game plan from them, and I think they just said, let's sit up and make JJ throw the ball. Let's make him make a mistake. He had to throw the ball 42 times, JJ McCarthy, and when you rely on a quarterback at his skill set and his skill level and with his inexperience, that's how you do it. You just sit back, you send pressure, and you let him throw the ball, let him make a mistake, let him drop it in your lap. That is what the Baltimore Ravens did, and credit to them for executing the game plan. Handle the business win, no crazy fireworks or theatrics. Classic Baltimore win. As always, I appreciate all the support on the channel. Thank you guys for tapping in. These are just some of the important games I wanted to talk over, and I will have a separate video for the Sunday Night Football Steelers Chargers matchup, so make sure y'all check that out when it drops after this one. It's been your boy Dave, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.